Hey guys, so I want to talk about a few things here for Cobblestone, heading into our 2 matches this week. They're not all that complicated, keeping it simple since we don't have much time. We'll start off on the CT side. So we had some issues with teams being able to get drop control, and the issue with drop is that it's really easy to get on the T side. Most teams you'll see, they'll throw the smoke here, they'll molly down below, they'll nade it out, I'll throw one pop flash, and they have drop control. There's nothing you can do. However, what we want to do is be able to get plat control so that if they do come out drop, we can play it passively and have map control otherwise. Sort of like how Ollie mentioned us in a match the other day, that if we lose something, we need to be able to get something else on CT side, so that they can't pinch us. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Jake come to this rock here, come right into it, and then you'll see this little point on this branch right here. It swings down. And you want to take that point, and you want that to bisect the area right in here. So you have this white little, or the sky area here between the 4 corners here. You want it so it's coming right down in the middle of it. And then you're going to aim at the point right here, and then just up a little bit. What that's going to do is it's going to bounce down, and it's going to smoke plat, but slightly deeper. You'll see some teams, when they get plat control, they'll smoke all the way back here. Or if they just throw the bank smoke right here, right off here, it'll land like here. This gets it a little bit deeper so that it gets there earlier and they're not going to be able to have support from behind. I just think it's a good spot for us to molly out or smoke out. And it also gives us the potential to easily and comfortably just wall bang this corner right here. Once Jake throws that, while that's happening, Matt, you're making sure they don't rush drop because we're only going to have one number there at the start of the round. So you're just coming in to drop, you're mollying it, waiting to see if they push through the molly, and then you can throw the deep nade if anybody got scared off by the molly. And then you're just going to come back and hold for a bit. You can hold from inside, but basically what you want to do is not get killed until Jake comes back. So Jake will throw that smoke, like I said. Corner down, doesn't have to be perfect, but it'll just make off the 2 walls here and then come down, right down in the middle pretty nicely. Once that's happening, we need to throw one flash so that they don't just run through that smoke, right? Because if they're smart enough, they'll see that smoke's kind of deep and they'll just get right here and be willing to fight. And if they want to rush B, then they would still be able to. So to nullify that, we'll have Ollie just throw one flash off broken wall here, and that'll get anybody because they won't be able to see it behind the smoke. So we'll throw that flash. If Ollie hears like 5 people here, then yeah, we'll call for rotations, back off a little bit, and let's play together. And you can also then molly it. But otherwise, we just want you that one flash, and then you keep your nades so that if they do come plat, we can throw the mollies and nades, whatever you do, to hold off the execute. So you're throwing that flash. You'll then play for information, play close here while it's happening. Ryan, just get to this position, see if you can op up, get a pick, do whatever you need to. If you see a bunch, just smoke it, just molly it, do whatever you have to. Your game to play. But we should be able to get plat control a lot easier with that smoke and that flash. That way, Brian, you don't have to worry about just getting rushed down when you play this angle with your op. Or you can have Ollie, if you don't have an op in play, we can have Ollie play up here. You guys can try to get deep into plat here. It's really your call. You can also boost up here if you want to try to get a pick. Watch for the boost angles up on the boxes here. The smoke just cleared. Mouse just died. If the smoke just cleared, it's about to clear, you can throw this flash just up above here, Ryan, so that you can peek wide and not worry about them holding an angle and just stopping you down. So that's what we're going to do. Jake, after you throw that smoke, immediately come into here. Be ready to help Matt. You can throw your molly after he goes away if you want. I would prefer if you just come up and let Matt smoke it afterwards. You just hold for him while he smokes it. You can then counter boost afterwards. You can both play outside of it like we were doing. You can pop flash in and then both fight. If you're doing that, I'd suggest, Matt, you can play like up on the window here, like right here, and they can't see you. Right about there. And then you can just hop in really quickly. So Jake can have that flash ready. You can be right about here and be ready to fight really quickly. Remember though, they could have people who haven't dropped yet, so make sure that flash is perfect, Jake, so he doesn't just get shot down. And then you can both fight drop. You can let him come out because we have plat control, so you can play an off angle like this, Jake, and sort of let them come out. Just call so to make sure that they don't get picked off from here. And you can play here, and then if we also have good plat control, you can play an off angle like here, Matt, so you can fall off in case they come out window. You can also hold from up here. So what I'm doing basically at the start of the round on A, it all depends on what we're getting, but I'm just sort of smoking here and then playing for information. seeing what I get. I'm just going to be really careful, basically. I thought I did a pretty good job in a couple of scrims, but I'm falling back, playing for information. If I need to rotate, we'll have Matt rotate since he's closest. Some rounds we'll send 2A, which would be me and Matt, or it would be me and Ryan. Ryan going to go play long with the op, and I'll support him in towards danger. And we can mix up our setups on A, but most of the times we'll see teams going B heavily. If we need an A setup, there's lots of things we can do to counter them. All sorts of boosts that we can run here, we can boost up here, we can play too long, have one play rotator here. There's lots of different things, so we just have to be ready to mix it up and move Ryan around with the op. CT side, I think the biggest thing we can do is try to fight for plat control more often. And so Jake Smoke will help with that. Because at the end of the day, they're going to go drop on us. We can't really do anything about that. Some smokes. So I'm throwing the inner smoke. I've been doing that just so we can rush, or we can fake the rush. So what it does is it hugs this wall here. So it smokes everything else. If they're playing drop, they're screwed. If they're playing pizza, they're screwed. If they're playing rock, they can't see anything. But if they do get into this position here, they can creep by the smoke. It's not too likely, but if it is, just make sure we're good about throwing the pop flash for broken wall here. And then just clear it out together, anything close. Also, they could mid tree. So we're gonna throw that smoke. We will do that on rushes for sure. I'll just make sure that you guys don't have to worry about getting in the way. I'll make sure that I have the timing down. I'll either be first or I'll be, behind you guys. So that way you guys don't have to worry about me, or you messing me up. Other two smokes we're gonna throw is gonna come straight into here, in the middle of this sort of flower pot. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you'll see these red stripes in the flag. You're gonna aim at the middle one, right at the bottom, and then jump throw. Again, make sure you have that jump throw. Down. Smoke statue, not perfect, but it nullifies one angle where they can op and really mess up any sort of execute or play. And then the other one we're gonna throw is you come straight into here, the middle of this. You'll see this corner right here. Again, aim one over to the right, towards the red. It smokes chicken. So side will be like this. So again, it's not a wall smokes, which you'll see a lot of teams do. We don't really have the time to work through that and get the team play down for that. But this just at least allows us to avert the isolation angles that they can hold. So that if we're swinging on a site, we can also have somebody come through a door right as we're about to go out. This is a really easy smoke. Just come up here. You'll see the cross section here between this point and the box. Just aim up and flip it over in the middle between it. So that if you're doing that, if we're about to go out, so somebody who doesn't really entry can throw that smoke. Maybe after you throw your two flashes. That way, sight is, a lot of the common angles where we're going to get screwed are shut off. So that as long as we play together, if they're holding off angles, we can trade them easily. Other things I want to talk about. If we are going, if there could be a guy chicken or whatever, you can throw the molly. You just aim in between right here, right above. Bank off. It'll bank straight into molly and molly out all of chicken. You can also molly behind statue. Just throwing it to the left or the right. It'll spread well enough. And then you can also just molly straight over with your box for drop here. So on our T side, what we're doing is we're going to have Ollie lurk over towards A unless we're doing a 5-man B take or a 5-man B rush. Ollie's going to lurk wherever he wants, get into danger, push up towards A, push up long, whatever he wants to do. Get an information, get a pick. We're just going to sort of take whatever information we can get from him. If we don't get anything, then 4v whatever on B is usually still pretty good. And then we're having Jake going towards drop. We're going to have Ryan hop up on this angle here. Get a boost from Matt if you want, here or here. He'll have to stay boosted if you want to play this angle, but this angle is pretty common to boost him up so that he can hold in case they're trying to get black control with the op. And then I'm just going to support everybody. I can go play A with Ollie if he needs me. I can help you drop if you want me to hold something or molly something out free if you want. But Matt, your main job is going to be plat control. So you're going to come and throw this molly here. So it'll just bank off, land down below. You can probably get it deep enough to get, yeah, you can hit the spot here too. So again, if you want to get that molly down so that they can't screw us basically early into the round. They won't get plat control that early. And throw broken wall. So then you can just sort of creep along here and hold an angle. Make sure broken wall's good. My broken wall often misses. But you can just creep along here, maybe hold the stair angle. If you want to get aggressive, watch chicken, or just play for information. Some rounds I'd recommend just literally sitting here, or not even coming into plat and just letting Ryan take care of it. Other things I want to talk about. I showed you guys the door smoke. We throw like that. We can also throw the inner smoke from right here. Just bank it off the corner right here. So what this will allow us to do is, man, I swear they changed the map or something. Below. Yeah, that's better. So we can throw inner smoke like that. I like this inner smoke right here personally because the second one, once this goes away, so it smokes drop and it smokes everything close. So when you're swinging out, all you have to really worry about is anything to the left here. You don't have to worry about drop, but it still leaves inner open, so you can come out together. I think I can get it even a little bit better. Let me. I don't want to take too long here. I think that's a smoke. Yeah, so it lands on the brick there. Alright, so it smokes that drop, and then when you're coming out here, you'll see if the guy's playing rock, he thinks it's all the way smoked off from this angle. So when you're coming out, you can just throw a pop flash for rock or something like that, and then swing out behind him, so it allows us to pinch his sight. So if we have plat control, say Matt gets it at the start of the round, I wouldn't mind us just throwing the smoke for door, and then the smoke for inner. You know, mauling, stare as we go out, have me throw a pop flash for somebody, and then like Matt and Ollie just gun out. And so we'll make sure that the guy's statue and all that is flashed, but you guys just both tuck it and go straight to inner, fight inner. As you're getting towards this position, you call for us to swing out towards statue out on the site, and we just pinch sight as we would. And again, door would be smoked with that, so you don't have to worry about anything besides rock, and then swinging out to your left. Alright, so what I want, I'll just go over what people should learn. If you have a jump bind, these are both really easy. You should be able to learn both of them so that we don't have to worry about who has to throw them. And then these smokes are also really easy for door. Jake's learning the one for CT side. They're both really easy smokes. And then I didn't really mention anything about A, but I also on anti-ecos, so if they have pistols and we have AKs or whatever, say we win pistol or whatever, I just want to swarm up through ramp, right? So I'll throw this pop flash for somebody, so that if they're close, we can kill any of them. And then the first guy in, if you don't see anything, you just get your pop flash out. The guy behind you will keep their gun out. Pop flash anything close here, because sometimes they'll double stack this. And then once we do that, just run up. Someone smoke door, somebody maul that, and then worked. And then flash high, and then just go. But if you do want to try to get like long control, you can throw some smokes. Door is really easy. You come into here, aim between these 2 points, throw. You can also come into this corner here. Aim in between these 2 points, but just a little bit to the left. And then here as well, in between these 2 points. This will smoke car. Both those two will smoke car. The other one was door. There's left a car, there's right a car. And then, let's see if I remember balcony. You're supposed to aim. You'll see, come into this corner here, you'll take this dot, and then a little bit to the left. Jump throw. And then I'm pretty sure it lands in, yep. So then if we're coming out, all we have to do is throw one pop flash here, molly out back sight, and then just go. Those are some smokes we can throw, so like say we want to mix it up. I don't think we're going to normally send 4 towards A, but we can. We can clear out long, get the trades, whatever we need to, clear out danger, have somebody lurking towards danger, throw these smokes, have 3 go out long, 3 go out down below. Ramp. What we're basically going to focus on is let Ollie do his thing towards A. If we need him to come B, then we can. Let Jake work his thing and drop. Jake will turn into a lurk if we're heading towards A. Otherwise, Ollie will be that lurk on A and we'll head towards B. Matt, you're going to focus on getting plat control. You don't have to get it every round. You can let Ryan take that duel, but at the start of the round, I'd really just get into the habit of smoking that, or mauling that, and then smoking Pokemon. If they do get plat control, let's just be careful about them being back there. Ryan will try to save your utility so that you can throw like, you know, door, whatever you need to help you get out plat as a team. Again, most rounds I'm going to be throwing inner smoke so that if we're rushing, we're ready to go. Or otherwise, we'll just throw them off and make them use utility. Jake's using his utility for drop, and Ollie is going to go over towards A. Again, if we are doing like a 5-man B push, we'll throw these 3 smokes at the start of the round if it's not a rush. Otherwise, we'll just have me throw inner and we'll just go. these other ones shouldn't take that long, right? So if you guys are coming out and we want to smoke chicken, just come right here, throw, and then you want to take like seconds to go. So we can still rush with those as long as you guys have those down. Throw on the other one, you just come straight up the stair, through here, throw. Just make sure you have your jump line down so it's easy to throw. That's all, guys.